Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview on a Monday, July 18th, 2016. Beginning of our trading week. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders coming to you live from Thailand. Bright blue sunny skies, white sandy beaches, a little cool out this morning. Absolutely beautiful. Looks like another hot day on the way. It is currently 19:38 hours in Bangkok, Thailand time and 20:38 hours on Wall Street. Traders, great to be with you. Like I said, got a lot to talk about today. An interesting week last week. Numbers are up and down, and the U.S. markets and the European markets did real well last week, and the Asia markets did very well on Friday, but we'll get to that in just a moment. Traders, let me introduce myself to those of you who do not know me, as we got some currency pairs to look at, some news, some commentary, a bunch of stuff to go on today. It is a Monday. It might be a little bit longer than usual, but that is okay. Traders, my name is William Gilday, and I'm your moderator for the Market Opening Preview Series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I do record this during the Asia session. So if you're looking at this during London, just go back about 10 or 12 candles, and you can see where I started my presentation. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006 after watching an infomercial at 2 o'clock in the morning and went to the seminar, and I was hooked, and I've been trading ever since. Traders, in 2008, I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, after I retired 9 days later, got on the Big Bird looking for a place to go for a vacation, came to Thailand for 3 months. Well, traders, I'm in my 9th year, and I'm still here in Thailand. Absolutely love Asia, the people, the food, and I got to tell you, the time zone is outstanding. I can trade all 3 trading sessions and still get a good night's rest. All right, so how do I trade? Well, I listen to fundamentals all the time. I'm reading fundamentals by, I'd say about 10 to 6 in the morning. I'm reading news and headlines on what happened in the financial markets and what we can expect to see as our trading day goes on. As I'm an intraday trader, I very rarely hold trades overnight. So fundamentals are very important to me. I need to know when speakers are coming out. I need to know what, of course, economic data is coming out that we see every month. PPI, CPI, all those numbers, right? Interest rate changes, all that stuff. You need to know when they're coming out. You need to be educated. You need to know what's going on. It's just so important part of trading. However, I'm a technician. I love reading candlestick charts. I love looking at candlestick patterns. I love looking at support, resistance, price action, price structure, price failure, right? All that comes together because candlesticks will tell you, along with price action, where price might head next. The other very important part of that is price levels. There are levels in Forex that you can calculate back for months and years, and you can see where prices always reacted to that level of that currency pair. And it's so important to have those levels known where they're at, whether you put them on your charts yourself or you get a program to put them on your charts, but you need to have these numbers and these levels right available to you at all times. It's so, so important. So after I do all that, I come up with a analysis, and then I come up with a trade plan. Once I have a trade plan, my hard work is done, and I'm ready to activate my trade plan anytime during the trading day. I do trade all of Asia. I do trade London. I do trade New York. However, in New York, I only trade the first 2.5 hours. That brings me up to about 10:30 at night, 11 o'clock. And then I call it a day, and I don't trade Forex in New York. I trade options. So I trade a different instrument in the New York session, and that's just because I can't be in the New York session all day, right? Got to get sleep sometime. And up at 5:30 in the morning, and we go. All right, traders, that's enough about me. Let's talk about our risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex market. Traders, the name of this game is capital preservation. Live to trade another day. In other words, make sure you have good trade management, money management skills, so you have equity in your account so you can trade. Therefore, do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, traders, let's head on over. Let's take a look at how the markets did. See a little bit of red here. It looks like late in New York got a little red. However, the Dow 30 did close positive 0.05%. The S&P 500 closed negative 0.09%. The Nasdaq closed 0.09%. Also, the small cap 2000, however, did close in the green at 0.34%. All right. Also, let's take a look at the Eurozone. The DAX closed negative 0.01%. The FTSE 100 closed positive 0.22%. The CAC 40 closed negative 0.30%. The Euro Stoxx 50 closed negative 0.28%. Traders, let's head on over to Asia. Some of these countries are not open yet. Tokyo is closed today. Japan is closed today. It's Ocean Day in Japan, so they did close on Friday positive 0.56%. However, the S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is open and currently trading in a positive 0.20%. The China A50 doesn't open for another 45 minutes. However, they did close positive 0.23%. And the Hang Seng also is not yet trading. They have another 45 minutes, and they did close also positive on Friday at 0.46%. However, the Kospi out of Seoul is currently trading, and they are negative 0.18%. Traders, let's head on over to the economic calendar, and all I can say for you there is nothing. There is like no data. The data for today has already been released, and that was in New Zealand, and that happened early in the Asia session. They had CPI quarter on quarter for quarter two, and that was a bad number. Came in at 0.4, and consensus was 0.5, and you'll see that reaction quite largely on the chart today, on the New Zealand dollar chart. It's quite a drop they had, but I'm looking for the pullback and the retrace. Other than that, my friends, it is a very quiet day. Not a lot going on, even medium impact, and in New York we have absolutely nothing. So it's going to be a quiet day today, and just be aware of that. However, always keep your economic calendar or your news feed, and there you can find news feeds, folks, that talk to you all day long out there for free. I pay for mine because they give me other services. In other words, I get previews of each session, I get mid-session emails, and then I get end-of-session emails on all three sessions. So, I'm pretty up-to-date on what's going on, and it's fed to me, right? I don't have to go hunting for it. So it makes it a little bit easier. But there are news feeds out there that they might have a 2-minute delay or something like that, but they do have a live moderator that does the news all day during your trading day. So just want to keep an eye on that today. It's a technical trading day, and it's a Monday. And what have we called Monday for all this time? Yes, it's Observation Monday, so it's a good day to observe. However, if there's an opportunity, I'm going for it. Commentary is I'm looking for a great trading week. The euro continues to go down. The pound continues to go down. The Aussie continues to go sort of sideways down, like really hasn't made up its mind yet. Oil is floating around the $45 area. I expect that to go up. I expect to see oil back up at $49 a barrel this week. I expect to see gold come down about $100 by the end of the week. And, if you look at the oil and the gold cycle, it's a cycle. If you go back and look at how this is working, it's just amazing. But it's a cycle, and I'm looking for oil to take a jump to the upside. And the price of oil really has nothing to do with supply and demand. I don't care what those news channels tell you, the financial people, has nothing to do with that. Oil prices are regulated by the 7 largest banks in the world, and that's to keep all those people in the oil industry in business so they don't default on trillions and trillions of dollars in loans, right? Okay, so that's what's going on with oil. So we'll see what they want to do this week. All right, let's head over to the euro dollar. Nice trade late in New York. I don't remember if Janet Yellen spoke on Friday or not. I did not. Uh, I was not in New York session on Friday. Actually, I had a birthday party to go to, so I was really gone at London lunch. My weekend had started, so I was not in there for this. But a key to this chart is two things. One, you saw the first red candle cross that 55 exponential moving average and close below it. Once you saw red on the next candle, that was your trigger to get into this trade, and it went right through the 200, and there was no reason to get out. Would I have held it over the weekend? Probably. There was no summits, there was no G7s or G50s or whatever. There was nothing going on. I did not know on Friday. I knew this morning. It's early in the morning for me. I knew this morning that Japan was closed today, so that would have even given me more comfort to keep my trade over the weekend, and you would have gained some more pips. However, today's trade it's a fib trade. We want to see this pull back to the 61.8 fib at 1.1081, and we'll sell it down at the 161.8 or take profit fib level at 1.0994. And do I think it could happen? Absolutely. Absolutely. The only thing that might happen is that this breaks current support and breaks below it, then just look for retest and take it back down for maybe another 20 pips and get out. It's like you got to grab what you can get today in the markets, folks, because they're all over the place. However, if you wanted to be in it for long term, just sell the euro dollar and just like check your charts once a day, right? Put a huge stop in there and let this thing just work for you. I mean, I should have been short in the euro dollar 6 months ago and just left it. I mean, I'd be done for the year. I mean, this is just dropped so much. And it's going to continue, by the way. Mario Draghi, ECB president, does not have an answer for the euro dollar. If he had an answer, he'd been doing it already. He has no answer. All right, let's move over to the pound. Look at this drop off in the U.S. session and London. This was a great trade on Friday, and traders, I was at my charts all day. Like I said, it's about London lunch, and this thing just dropped off right at that 38.2. It was a support level. If you look left at the chart, you could see it was a support level. Once it broke that, it broke it, spiked, but closed below the fib, and there she goes, bada bing, bada boom, down, 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 down. So what are we looking for now? Well, we're in a pretty good spot now. However, I'd like to see this pull back up to the 61.8. Daily pivot point, 1.3263, and we'll sell it at 1.3138. It's not a big trade, but it's enough. I'll take the 40 pips. But Mr. Carney also doesn't have an answer for the pound and how he's going to handle the economic situation and the FX situation in the UK. And, that's okay, but he doesn't have an answer. And, I don't know which one is worse, Draghi or him, because, when Draghi used to speak, the markets would move. Now they just, flutter around. Well, Carney speaks, the market does nothing. He doesn't regulate, he doesn't move anything. He's not doing anything. So I don't expect him to be around much longer, to be honest with you. I don't think his tenure is going to be around a lot. Oh, wow, I see I don't have numbers on my charts here. Sorry about that. This is the Aussie dollar. Nice move to the downside. Like I said, this was into the European session, late into New York. Nice drop down here, right? Now it's at support. I need a pullback. I need a pullback to the 0.7616. We'll take it down to 0.7582. Nice trade, easy trade. This is basics of Forex. Just let it pull back and let it pull back and then take it back down again. Now, what's the worst that's going to happen? You can see I put a horizontal line on there showing support. It breaks it, it retests it. Well, then you sell it from there, right? Now, the hard part here is where you're going to put your stop. If it pulls back up to the daily pivot point, you just put your stop above the daily pivot point. If it breaks this support, it comes down to money management. Where are you going to place your stop, right? What's your drawdown? What's it going to cost you to get in this trade, right? We have to go into a trade thinking that we're going to lose, right? It's a terrible thought, but you have to go into the thing expecting, well, I'm going to lose that one. And then you don't get disappointed and you don't get emotional and you don't get all stressed out. And that's why I love pullback trading, because I'm not stressed. that there's a big red candle here. I'm going to wait. This is not an Asian move. There's no data today, and we're just going to let this sit and wait, and that's all right. Let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. Yeah, ugly, ugly, ugly. This is Friday's chart. Now, you want to talk about some ugliness. This is some ugliness here, and I love trading this pair. I trade this pair all the time. I have not traded it since, I think, last Wednesday. This is just absolutely ugly. The other issue is it's making good moves. All right, it's making good moves. It went from 523 and cleared the 200 and was up at 46.05. Right, so 80 pip trade here, and right, what does it do? It does it. If you go left of the chart again with the red candles, does the same thing. Actually exceeds that. So my trade plan is no different. My trade plan is the same. The 200 exponential moving average is the key to success in this trade. Now, watch for overshoots, right? So if you're going to put a pending order in, realize you're going to get an overshoot. If you expect the overshoot, you don't get disappointed when it happens. This is an overshoot. That's fine. Gives you an overshoot, gives you a doji. Next candle, it's a red candle. Myself, I would enter it and I'd take the risk of the 200. If I saw it was going to head back up and the next candle closed in the next 30 minutes, I'd just get out of the trade. Take my 10 pip loss or whatever I took and I'd get out and then I'd wait for a close. But this tells me what? Well, first of all, we're at resistance. Second of all, what is this candlestick pattern? Yeah, it's an evening star. It's a reversal candlestick pattern. And it worked, right? Decision candle, indecision, decision, right? It's an evening star. So yeah, we're going to take this. We're going to jump on this. And we'll take the risk of the 200 that we get through it. And it gets through it. What does it do? It comes up and gives you a second chance to get in the trade and then comes back all the way back down to 45.25, right? So you had a couple of entries here. Not easy. This was not easy. I could talk about it, on Monday, but this was not an easy trade. You really had to be focused on what you were doing and what price action you were looking at. And if you mark your charts with price levels, this would have been a lot easier. That's why I say levels are very, very important. Let's take a look at the Euro Yen. Euro Yen's just bearish. We expect the Euro Yen to be bearish. I'm just looking for a pullback to the daily pivot point. We'll get it at 117. I would get in at 116.90 or 95. And we'll get out at two spots. We're going to look to get out. One is the daily pivot point and also the S1 at 115.82, or we'll get out at 115.05. Very easy trade. We're just looking for this to give us a little bit more of a pullback, and we'll get out of here. The nice thing I like about this trade is that the 10 exponential moving average is on top of price, and that's a nice, that's a comfortable feeling to have when you're getting into the trade. Let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. Look at this reaction to the data today. CPI quarter on quarter for quarter two, bad numbers. Boom! Look at this. This is a data candle, right? What am I looking for here? Just come back up to the daily pivot, and I'll sell it from there. I don't have a take profit area here. This is support, and I would just wait and see. Realize, my friends, this 10 exponential moving average is a far long ways away from price. So we know that either the 10 is going to come down to meet price, or price is going to come back to meet the 10. So, like, this trade is probably like 90 minutes into the London session before we're going to see any kind of possible entry here. This is not going to be a quick one. All right, but we're bearish. We've been bearish in this pair for a couple of years, right? It's bearish. So we just have to keep a real close eye on this one. Well, that wraps it up. Traders, 4 minutes over my time. I apologize, but I knew it was going to be a long one. Lot to talk about. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL, Excellence in Trading, I want to thank you for joining me on a Monday, July 18th, 2016. Traders, please come visit our website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, have a great trading day, and we'll catch you in about 24 hours. Take care now. Bye-bye.